Hi there, this is Joanne from TrueAuthenticPower.com from Tapping.me, and I'm also the creator of the program Catapulting to Confidence. I wanted to do an explanation audio about when the desires aren't showing up, then what? And the reason I wanted to do this specific one is because I had some conversation with a couple of different people. One specifically brought this idea to my mind because she's trying to figure out everything on her own. And while sometimes you can do that with tapping, I'm a tapper, I use EFT tapping. Sometimes you can do that, but you can be floundering for a long time when you're not seeing the patterns, when you're in the emotions that you can't get out of, when you're so frustrated and really angered about why is this not working and frustrated and hurt and all the rest. So I wanted to bring up some possible scenarios, well, not scenarios, but ideas of why something might not be working. The person that I'm specifically thinking about she was saying, I've heard that fear is what will stand in your way, but I'm not really fearful about this. Well, yes, but there can be other things other than fear in the way. It's not always fear. It could be a belief about yourself, meaning your role. What did you learn about your gender? If you're female, what did you learn about women being powerful and achieving what they want? What did you see about being able to do that in your family? What were you taught about your role in society? If you're a man, what were the expectations on you about what you were supposed to do? And does that coincide or go against what it is you want to do now? There can be a total disconnect there between what your subconscious has been taught and it believes it is true and what you really want to do. If you've got a conflict there, the norm of what you were taught, especially before the age of 7, will win out unless you do something to change the energy. It could be that you've linked somebody else's trauma or drama into your belief system. You may be so used to trauma and drama that peace and comfort and harmony and easy flow of things will not work. It's not what your energy is used to. It's not what your subconscious expects. And if you are used to trauma and drama, and a lot of people are, if you are watching dramatic shows, chaotic shows, people who are always in some kind of drama or trauma, watching people being around in the experience of others who are in that slew of trauma and drama, who feed off of it, who like the excitement of it, you can be perpetuating that and you don't even know it. So, there are a number of things that can be in the way. It's not just, I'm fearful that this will happen. While that does affect a lot of people, there can be beliefs about you as a person. There can be beliefs about your role as a person in the world. There can be beliefs about what you're entitled to, what you're not allowed to do, what you're not worthy of. So many things. And you could be looking for those things forever, like a needle in a haystack. That's when coaching comes in. That's when doing things with other people to get out of your head. It's almost the same as being guided in a meditation. A lot of people can't do meditation unless it's guided because they can't calm their mind down enough to focus. Same thing is true when we're in our own emotions, and me included. I will say, just because I'm a very experienced coach, when I've got my own stuff going on, it can drive me nuts. We're not immune just because we coach. We're not immune just because we may know more than the next person about tapping or about whatever. You know what I'm saying. The expertise doesn't necessarily make you immune to your own stuff. So I wanted to do this short audio just to give you some idea, because people have this view of, oh, this comes into my mind, I'll just tap on this, I'll tap on that. But you could be tapping on a lot of insignificant things because your subconscious won't allow you to even go where the source of the problem is. For example, just one more point here and then I'm going to sign off. If you are believing that you can't be powerful, you're not supposed to be powerful, it's wrong to be powerful, your gender is not supposed to be powerful, for women more so maybe than men, but maybe for a youngest man in the family it was that way. Maybe in comparison to your brothers or your sisters or whoever came before you, you're not allowed to be as powerful as they are. You're not in that groove. You can't, they don't expect it and you don't expect it. All of those things lock in our energy. And if you're trying to consciously willpower your way through that, that's why you're hitting walls. Because there's something underneath. The beauty of tapping, especially with an experienced coach who knows what they're talking about, and I have been through a lot of this kind of stuff, and I had to overcome it. And believe me, it drove me nuts. So I understand how you might be feeling. But when you're trying to do that on your own, you can't necessarily hear the strong loops or the strong emotion or the dynamic or know the right questions to ask yourself to get to it. It's very hard to coach yourself. It's very hard to get to your own inner beliefs. Now, some people can, and I've moved things on my own certainly as well. But when you're getting to something that's really been stuck for a long time and you keep replaying it and replaying it and replaying it, it just kind of almost takes on a personality and a life of its own. And you need help maybe to see outside of that scenario, outside of that link, that locked in energy, that belief system. That's not always easy to do on our own. And in fact, sometimes it's downright impossible. So for those who think it's always about fear or, you've got to clear out some level of fear, that might be true, but it also might be the learned beliefs, especially before the age of 7. If you're expecting turmoil, if you're expecting drama, that's what you'll keep living until you do something to unconsciously change the viewpoint and the energy and where your body's holding it. All of those things, a lot of times, need more help than you might be able to give yourself. I wanted to share that because I hear a lot of misconceptions about manifesting. And some people just think, oh, you repeat affirmations over and over and over again. You could be doing that for a very long time if you've got some beliefs that are in total opposition to that. And so that's what this audio is about. I hope it helps. I hope it brings insight. If you're new to tapping, you can always go to my tapping videos, my YouTube channel, my websites. And if you want even more help because you can't do it on your own, but you can't necessarily afford to do sessions with me, you can go to my membership site. It's a much cheaper per monthly charge, and there are a lot of guidance kind of things. In fact, there is one that would specifically be applicable to this kind of thing, and it's entitled, I Wanted Help, but it was not there for me. And I go through a lot of different dynamics in that one audio alone. So I hope it helps. I hope it brings some insights. And if I can be of help, if you have a question, drop me an email, connect with me through trueauthenticpower.com, through tapping.me. And until our paths cross again next time, bye-bye for now.